Wang is fighting the zombie and Wei is searching for the medicines.
Continue. Wei finds the medicines for Xiao. Now only last medicine was left. Suddenly a huge wave comes. Xiao gets very alert and is looking what caused it. Xiao AI wakes up and start waking. Wei though that she had awakened, but something was strange. Xiao AI's consciousness was not awake. There was a black shadow in front of Xiao AI. Was it the guardian? Xiao keeps walking toward the black shadow. Wei shoots the shadow and shouts at Xiao to wake up. The bullet she was shooting had no effect as the black shadow did not have any physical body. Bullets could not hit him. She tosses the gun aside and grabs Xiao AI to make her body stay behind, but Wei was struggling to do so as Xiao AI's body was suddenly so strong. The shadow glared toward Wei and its eyes glowed red. This made Wei hear music and feel sleepy. Wei suddenly came into her senses and Xiao AI also stopped moving. Luckily the black shadow had disappeared. Was it because the zombies affected the guardian clone's power and shake off the control? Wei thought. Those zombies were attracted by gunshot sound. So Wei shot outside to signal Wang to quickly come back. Meanwhile at the rooftop Wang heard the gunshot and guessed that Xiao AI had encountered danger. Wang had already used 1/3 of the red crystal in his body and if the fight continued he would be in a disadvantage. He did not have much time so he plans to end it. He looks at the zombie's tentacle to find out which tentacle its brain is at. He then starts cutting all of its tentacles. One after another. He reaches the last tentacle and then slices it off. Such a coincidence it was, the tentacle was hidden in its last tentacle. He again hears a shot. He feels like Wei was rushing him and start leaving the terrace. But there was a tentacle that was following him. It was the floating head of the zombie. Finally, the monster had exposed himself. Wang had known about it already. He looked back not to look at the corpse but to let the zombie know that during then the zombie had lost already. Wang uses spirit soul shock and cuts the head of the zombie in two. Wang admits that the zombie was smart but parasite inside a huge body had confused his judgment. But it liked that body too much and during Wang's final attack it abandoned it and exposed its weakness and thanks to the zombie Wang's inner red crystal broke through. His muscle, bone, burst power, control power and wisdom had enhances. Then he goes towards Wei. Wei only had 16 bullets and that 2 were being used. There was a total of 33 zombies she aims and shots at the right moment. Her shot pierced through all the zombies that were aligned. But the batch of zombies kept on coming. She was down to her last bullets but the zombies kept on coming. Wang jumps from the top and reaches to Wei. Wei was happy that Wang had finally arrived. Wei was aiming at the top. Wang tells Wei if she had looking for the zombie from earlier, Wang had already defeated it. Wei was surprised that Wang could kill even the scary mutated zombie. She though that one was very strong. Wang tells Wei to save her bullets and leave the rest to him. After the red crystal got upgraded, it lets Wang have peak rank evolutioner's combat ability and even awakened new skill. In a flask he killed numerous zombies. He used a technique called burst which released the blood crystal ability instantly like an atomic bomb until it collapses. His body would then enter the period of weakness and can accumulate until the blood crystal is full again. But to deal with the normal zombies he did not need to use this ability. Wei asks if the hospital zombies are all killed since the outside was so quiet. Wang says yes and asks Wei if she has found all the medicines. Wei tells Wang that she had found all but when she was looking at the medicine Xiao AI was affected by the guardian shadow and was almost about to take her away. Wang thanks Wei for protect Xiao AI. Chen blushes and says that it was nothing and she did what she needed to do as Xiao AI was only a child. They reach at the kindergarten. Wei was happy that they had came back peacefully. Wang
Huh?
Wang agrees to that while giving Xiao AI the medicine to drink. Xiao AI then rests. Her fever was going down quickly thanks to the medicines. Wei yawned. Wang tells her that she can rest and he will guard the place while she sleeps. Wei agrees and thanks Wang since it had been a long time since Wei had a good nap. Wei was very tired and falls asleep as soon as she closed her eyes. It is the next morning. Wei wakes up to a loud noise. She asks Wang what the sound was that woke her up. Wang says that it was the zombies and tells Wei not to make any sound since the zombies had now entered the kindergarten. Wei looks through the sunroof. Even though it was morning there were many zombies that were moving around. Maybe the guardian had used its ability. Wang explains that the zombies' target are not them and they will leave the area if they don't make any sound. Wei takes a breath of relief. She looks toward the children to see that one of them had awakened. The child starts crying. It was the child she had brought back. The cry of the baby had attracted the zombies. The zombies rushed toward the sound in full speed down the basement of the kindergarten. Wei asks Wang what they should do. It was a troublesome situation, and if the guardian were to see Wang there were chances that more zombies will come at the location. Xiao wakes up and offers to help kill those zombies. She explains if it is dangerous for Wang to kill them then she should do it. Wei was worried about Xiao AI health, but she insisted that she was fine now and had no other choices left. Wang stopped Xiao AI telling her to sit back and let him handle it since Xiao had not fully healed. Wang tells them that he just had to be careful not be seen by the zombies. Wang then starts cutting down the zombies making sure he is not seen by them. Wei and Xiao are having conversation at the meantime. Wei asks what she is good at. Xiao AI thinks and tells her at handling corpses. Wei disagrees and tells Xiao that she is good at sniping and at hospital she used less bullets and killed many zombies. Xiao had fainted before that, so she never saw Wei in action. Wei angrily then asks Wang to tell Xiao that she had done what she said. But Wang was thinking about his past life about the current evolution zone. This evolution area was broken by zombies after a few months but the situation now were indeed stranger and the zombies were crazier than before. After Wang's red crystal had upgraded, with Tang Zhao AI and his combat ability they weren't scared of zombies but Dongchang City's other survivors. Could they hold it? Wei asks Wang what he was thinking about. He tells Wei that from the current progress, the survivors in the evolution area might all die in 1 week. So, they had to do something about it. Wang uses her walkie-talkie, changing the signal she tries to communicate with whoever the signal could catch. She had been buzzing for half an hour, but there was no response from the other side. Wang evaluates the situation and from the looks of it the zombies were in berserk. The longer they drag, the lower the chance of victory they will have so they must fight with the guardian quickly and end this. But Wei had faced the guardian she was worried as the guardian was too strong. Wang tells Wei not to worry as the evolution area is human history. It is formed by myths and stories and if they know the original form of the story, they could win. Wei understood. So Wang tells that they should go back to the basement and organize the information they know with Xiao AI. The outside is totally silence. At the basement, Wang had figured that for continuously 2 days during sunset, the guardian's ability had disappeared and also the berserk of zombies had stopped which meant when it's night the guardian's ability to control zombies is weakened. and the guardian at night has the ability to force people to sleep. According to Wang's senses, the target should be human. Wei asks, if that is the case, why was Xiao AI fine? Wang was not sure why, as he was very different from Xiao AI. Gender, height, weight, all of those could also be the reason. Xiao AI thinks that age was the factor because she had once seen that Guardian's shadow its back has many kids. Wei was shocked, so did the Guardian kidnap kids? Wang analyzes the situation. The Guardian's power is provided by the evolution crystal. It is not necessary for it to kidnap kids. The only reason it did so might be because of the rules. Just like Sphinx must protect Pyramid, Guardian must follow rules, and rules for this Guardian is to kidnap kids, but deducing the Guardian would be difficult as there are too many monsters that eats kids. Wang asks if Wei and Xiao have any idea. Wei explains that the shadow blurry, so it must be male, and the music she was hearing must have been. Xiao answers pipe. A man with a pipe and kidnap kids. Wait, it could be Pied Piper. The Guardian they were facing was Pied Piper. Wei had never heard of Pied Piper. Xiao was surprised that she was a kindergarten teacher and never heard of Pied Piper. Pied Piper comes from a kid poem in England. Legend has it that in a town called Hamelin, rats are infested. During then a piper in a floral dress came there. He said that he can help kill the rats, but he'll need reward, so the citizens all agreed. Thus, he played his pipe to lure the rats into the Weser River, where all the rats drowned. After the rats are killed, the citizens reneged on his promise and refused to pay him the reward. The piper stormed out of the town, vowing to return later to take revenge. One day, while adults were away, the piper returned, dressed in a green like a hunter and playing his pipe. In doing so, he attracted all the town's children. After the rats are killed, he reward, so the citizens all agreed. Thus, he played his pipe to lure the rats into the Weser River, where all the rats drowned. After the rats are killed, the citizens reneged on his promise and refused to pay him the reward. The piper stormed out of the town, vowing to return later to take revenge. One day, while adults were away, the piper returned, dressed in a green like a hunter and playing his pipe. In doing so, he attracted all the town's children. All children followed him out of the town into a cave, after which they were never seen again. Lastly, only lame kids escaped the disaster. After the evolution area had descended, suddenly the Dongchang city had got a river. Zombies are like rats. After night falls, adults fall into sleep and kids are brought away by the piper. So it all made sense. The good news was that the piper chose to bring the kids away as a punishment, which meant that he was weak in combat ability. This meant that the evolution area's guardian's combat ability should not be too strong. But the problem now was in the day there would be hundreds of zombies helping the guardian, and in the dark night he had other abilities, so how could they find the guardian that turns into shadow? Xiao takes the responsibility of finding the guardian, as the guardian will definitely come to bring her with him, and they only needed to follow her to reach to the guardian. Chenwei disagrees as it was too dangerous and turns to Wang Zhe. Wang Zhe too disagreed with that plan, as after experiencing failure guardian will make a trap. Xiao sighs and asks then what they shall do. Wang thinks if follow Xiao AI will enter the trap set by the guardian, and if they can't follow time won't wait for them. He tells Wei to not be depressed since the guardian is planning to set them up tonight. They plan to go with it and make a hunt area for him. Then counter. At another part of the evolution zone, there is a team lead by Yanshang Evolutioner, a former athlete, leader of the largest survivor team in the Dongchang city, calling his men to come out as the zombies have left. He asks his men to quickly search for food or weapons. One of the men said that Chenwei was coming to meet them. After their garrison was attacked by zombies in the day, they had very few supplies left, and he thinks that Wei's condition might be worse. Chenwei and Wang Zhe reached their hideout. Seeing two people, Shang was surprised to see Chen Yi had found a companion. Wang introduces himself and asks for Shang's cooperation to help him eliminate the guardian and obtain the crystal. Shang thinks that Wang might be joking with him and asks Chen if they really think that they can kill the guardian in a single shot. Wang says that they cannot, but they have collected information about the guardian, and if they work together then they can succeed. Shang asks proof, as the information might be fake. His other companions are also mad about that because for their two people there were too many of them, so they thought they would be cannon fodder for them. Wei was startled by the situation, but Wang uses his power. Seeing him blow red, the other people were surprised. Shang thought that Wang's spiritual power was really great. Wang tells them not to worry, as they were only needed to take care of the normal zombies and Wang was to kill the guardian. The others were skeptical if Wang could kill the zombies. Shang even told Wang to stop joking, but Wang tells him that they can try and fight him if they don't believe. Shang takes the axe ready to fight. Wang tells him that they are mistaken, and he meant to fight all of the guys. The others got furious hearing this. Wang tells them that since those guys were able to survive until now, they ought to be capable. One by one was too tiring and time wasting, so he wanted everyone to come at him at once. The others, cursing Wang, take their weapons and attack Wang. Shang attacks first. Wang is not dodging. Wei is confused why Shang did not dodge. The axe was very close to hitting him, but Wang using his ability stops the axe with his bare hand and holds it. Shang could not move the axe and is confused what Wang has done. He then effortlessly flips Shang, and then hits him with his undrawn sword and hits Shang in the face and knocks him down. The others are startled by this. Wang suddenly disappears from their sight. They had no idea what was going on. Wang had reached behind them. Before they could fully notice, Wang manages to hit them and knock them unconscious. Shang slowly wakes up. He then tells Wang that he far exceeded his imagination and he was very strong. He tells that he might have some problems in his eyes. Wang tells Shang that he did not use his weapon and Shang's team had only fainted, so there was no need to worry. Shang tells that he knows and thanks Wang for going easy on them. Wang asks if he has changed his mindset. Shang says that it has. Then Wang helps Shang get up. Shang asks for the plan and their role in the plan. Wang tells him that after experiencing last night's failure, the guardian will set trap for them, so what Shang's team needed to do was stall those zombies, around 100 of them, and not let the zombies help the guardian, and also protect the girl who will be the bait. Shang is shocked hearing about the 100 zombies and starts counting the number of men in his team. He was worried about his underlining safety, which made Wang think that Shang was a good leader. Wang tells him that it might be hard for his guys to deal with the zombies, but they only needed to stall the zombies, kind of like run while fighting. But still so many zombies it was impossible not to have any injuries or deaths. Wang then explains that if they don't kill the guardian soon, the zombies will go berserk during the morning, and during then the chance of survival decreases each day. Chenwei then tells Shang that neither Lu Bai nor Li Jiaquan's team could be contacted, and those teams might have been wiped out, and they might be the only survivors in the evolution area. Other than risking their lives, there was no other choice left. Shang was shocked to hear that they were wiped out. So he understands that if nothing was done they would die sooner or later, so they agreed to take the risk. He asks what other feel. The others were in favor of fighting and were pumped up. Wang and Shang shake hands saying that they are companions for life and death. Shang then greets Wang as the leader. Wang was confused and startled. They then go to take Xiao Ai. Wei explains that the boss they were referring to was Wang Jia and he had introduced Xiao Ai as her little sister so that the others will not look down on her. Xiao understood the situation after Wei explains it to her. She was to be used as bait to get the guardian. Wang would be going after the guardian while the others protected her. Wei asks if she will be alright if Wang is OT beside her. She tells her that even though they are not together she trusts in Wang Jia and also Wang Jia trusts in her and that was enough for her. They then get going, they go toward their destination in the car. They reach at the site and an aura is felt by everyone. Shang recognizes the aura as the guardian's aura. He hands over a stick to Xiao and asks her to be careful. Xiao also leaves hoping they would successfully stall the zombies. Xiao Ai reaches a building, she goes inside the room and ties the stick to her leg. She senses the guardian coming. Wang was also ready for the guardian. The guardian was on the way with zombies following him. The zombie had reached. Xiao was alone in the classroom. The winds knocked the pencil over, she get a nostalgia about her school days. Attending school, well for her it seemed to be a long time ago. The clock struck 12. Xiao Ai suddenly starts being controlled by the guardian's music. She starts walking toward the door but the crutch made it difficult. She stops and remembers Wang saying that in the story of Pied Piper only the kids with crutches escaped, so Wang suggests wearing the crutch as it might be of great help. Xiao gets back her consciousness and sees the black shadow. But she could not control her body at all and the distance between her and the black shadow kept getting shorter by the moment. Outside the school, there is another shadow it stops. The guardian had stopped. Shang shouts that it was an ambush and it was starting to control the zombies. Wei is quick to take out her gun and shoot. There were different types of zombies. It was being hard for Wang's crew to handle them. They were all scared and running to retreat. But Shang was fighting the zombies and motivating the other to stop running too. He had promised one to do it, if they did not fight they would be dying sooner or later. The other understood the assignment. They started supporting Shang as either way they were going to die so they at least wanted to die trying. They started shooting and killing the zombies but there were too many. So, they plan to retreat while stalling the zombies but Shang tells them that they cannot retreat as Wang's little sister was still not saved. A zombie tries to attack Xiao, but she can move her body she knocks the zombie out with one punch while the others were saying her to stay away from the zombie. Knocking out the zombie shocked the others and were in shock that the girl needed protection with that level of combat ability. Others were motivated by this and were eager to protect Wang's little sister. Wei was watching it from the distance, she thinks that it was very lucky that they were fine. She hopes that they hang on for a while at least until she can help them. She shoots the zombies trying to enter the school premises thinking that the zombies are more than expected and she quickly manages to kill it. Wang is searching for the zombie. He hopes for the guardian to be near Xiao Ai and the rest cannot hang on for a long time, he must quickly find it and end it quickly. He reaches a place and starts hearing the guardian's song. Wang had started feeling dizzy, which meant that he had entered the guardian's skill range. To come to his senses he uses the red crystal so that he can resist against the skill of the guardian and he starts searching for it again. Wang finally finds the guardian. 8 in front of him. The guardian was playing the pipe, he was using his melody in a large scale. The monster was affecting the Shang's people as well. Xiao predicted the fight might have started. Wei was surprised as the guardian's ability was affecting them even when they were this far and worried about how Wang Zhou was doing. Wang Zhou was standing in front of the guardian. It amplified its power to control Wang but could not as Wang also had an ability to deal with the guardian. Wang uses spirit soul shock and scares the guardian. The guardian was now on full alert. The pipe had evolution crystal that speed up the evolution of the zombies but that would cause the guardian to be backlashed by the ability, in the end eventually making the situation in the evolution zone unbalanced. When the guardian saw Wang, it had hoped that it could control Wang so he could be the best tool to help the guardian maintain balance in the evolution zone. It was such a pity for the guardian as the mental spirit attack was no longer effective against him. Wang draws his sword as he is wary of the situation and knows that guardian also had some other abilities up its sleeve and prompts the guardian to use those abilities. The guardian uses another move, his whole body turns black with show strings coming out of his body. It was water kind of slimy, Wang dodges but sees something disturbing. Those were kids' corpses. One of the hand reaches out and grabs Wang. He quickly notices it and cuts the hand off.
What lies ahead for them as they venture into this